welcome to JD's Prep. So this question is going to be about bioaccumulation and biomagnification. So mercury is a chemical that accumulates in tissues of individual organisms. It'll accumulate over time, and it'll also accumulate over a food chain. And it'll actually be magnified. So the further up you go on a food chain, the higher the concentration of mercury that you'll find. All right, so this first question is noting that all these species that are listed are predators. And so if the predator is eating a bunch of prey organisms, we're wondering about what the concentration would look like in the prey organisms as compared to the predator. So biomagnification magnifies concentration of contaminants up a food chain. So if we're lower on the food chain, we're going to see less concentration of that mercury. So our correct answer is 2. The prey should have less mercury than the predator species. All right, so this next question to do with this chart is asking us which of these 4 statements is best supported by the data that's given. When you get a question like this, always make sure you go through all of the options to make sure you know which one is right, okay? So let's just start by going through. So number 1, any fish caught in the Gulf of Mexico would have low levels of mercury. Well, we see here they've given us the tilefish from the Gulf of Mexico, and it has definitely not a low concentration of mercury, so that's definitely not right, okay? Eating catfish or haddock would be the most likely to cause deadly mercury poisoning. Catfish and haddock both have relatively low levels of mercury, so they are definitely not the ones most likely to hurt someone. Spiny lobsters may have more or less mercury than indicated because there were only a few sampled. Let's look at spiny lobsters. There are indeed not very many of them sampled, only 13, so that one's possibly right. But let's look at this last one. Tilefish are the most nutritious of all the species listed. That has nothing to do with our chart, so we're going to eliminate that. Okay. Number 3 is the correct answer. All right, guys, thanks for using JD's Prep.